Live, live, live here at the foot of Turkey Cock Mountain. We are live. This is American Times Publishing and the world headquarters of the Dixieland Connection. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is December 15th, 2022 at 8:20 p.m. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Fatv. I am Fat Bill. What's going on? Lefty, what's happening, man? John Wilkins, what's going on, brother? Persistent Pit Bull. What's up, Jeff Smith? What's going on? What you guys up to today? Hockey Bushani, it's good to see you, buddy. Hadn't seen you in a while. Good to see you, Hockey. Merry Christmas, Hockey. Michael Forgood, what's going on with you, buddy? Good to see you. Good to see you, Michael. Yeah, good to see y'all. Fort Lauderdale in the house. Red and blue. Oh, man, I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing wonderful. Yeah, I know what you mean, Hockey. That's the best way to be, man. That's the best way to be. Yeah, that's the best way to be, man. PGH 412, what's up, Matt? Jeff Smith, it's buffering? Well, I hate that we buffering. Yeah, we don't want to buffer. Dickie, what's going on, brother? ODG, what's happening? What's happening? Prentice Carr, how you doing? How you doing? Be right back. So, what's the subject about tonight? Laney boy, what's going on, man? Laney boy, what's happening? Crockett, what's going on, man? Danavio! Danavio! What's the word, Danavio? So what are you guys been talking about? What's the what's been happening? Y'all y'all been up to anything special? Any dog news? Anybody got any good pictures they want to send? Yeah. Send some pictures to my email. Dickie, hitting that super chat. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Hit that super chat. My man hitting that super chat. Woo, woo. Super chat. Super chat. Here, I'll tell you a story, Dickie. How about I tell you a story? Want to hear a story? Let me put a picture up. Hang on a second here. Dickie Foster. Crockett, what's up? Well, y'all was asking about old John Wayne. People was asking about old John Wayne, man. Let me tell you the whole story about John Wayne. So, John Wayne was a trade for a dog. Now, if you look at this picture right here that I put up, look in the background. You see that dog in the background? That's the suicide bitch. That's the bitch out of Chinaman and Bolero. And I traded her for John Wayne. So I owned John Wayne. John Wayne wasn't half no kid kennels and half that my dog, none of that stuff. I owned the dog. So the first time I matched him into Wayne Spencer. Wayne Spencer, that's Durant Cottingham's mentor. Wayne Spencer. You see him in some of Durant's pedigrees. Spencer Splash. So he had a dog called Whiskey that was a two-time winner at 42 pounds, and the dog come from Garland McDaniels, and he was a uh, uh, showdown bred dog, a snooty bred dog, and we had the match in North Carolina at a neutral spot, and the match went 54 minutes. Match went 54 minutes with John Wayne dominating. John Wayne dominated the match. They both scratched a couple times, with Whiskey standing the line at 54 minutes. Yeah, 54 minutes. Durant refereed. So that was John Wayne's second match. His first match was in England. I forgot who it was he went into in England. You have to get out your book of game dogs or your AGDT series and read the story on John Wayne. I guess I could look it up. Let's see here. John Wayne, book of game dogs. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. So his first match, it went into Fagin. Fagin was using a deep black dog called Solo, who was said to bite hard in the mouth. Dr. Death was the referee, and East End Kennels laid out the venue. There was a good crowd there, as Solo was a big name. The dogs hit hard, going straight to work, working mouth holds. John Wayne looked bigger and stronger. Solo was biting harder than John Wayne, but John Wayne just kept working the rate fast and built up a lead that Solo couldn't get back until he quit at 55 minutes. The John Wayne dog did not want to finish him quickly and let it be known. He was screaming the house down for more action. John Wayne's mouth was not that hard, but he was as rough as hard a dog coming with no quit at all. That's from the book of game dogs. Yeah, man. He was a game old dog, man. So those were his first two matches. Then we put him up. We tried to breed him, but we couldn't breed him, man. He wouldn't breed. And old local breeder, old Tom Garner, he told me, oh, I could get him to breed. I said, really? He said, yeah. And I took him down there to Garner's house, and he tried to breed him to a bitch he had in heat. And shit, man, he couldn't get him to breed. He got so frustrated he was almost going to kick my dog. So, anyhow, after a few months, I went ahead and opened him up again. Ree Smith, appreciate it. Thank you, Ree. So, after a few months, went ahead and opened him up again. And when I opened him up again, um, Carl Mims and a guy out of Ashburn, North Carolina, had a dog. He had a dog he got from Carl Mims called Nabob. And he called me up and wanted to match into us. And so we matched into this dog called Nabob out of North Carolina again. And we were hooked into this guy when Rostaman had Grand Champion Bronson hooked into Crenshaw into the Bama dog. And then Bronson gets killed in a yard accident. And when that happened, he asked me if I'd pick the matchup. Well, we had Taz matched into Champion Dirty Reds at 42 pounds. And he wanted to use Taz, but I was like, no, we're going to use John Wayne. And so we used John Wayne, and we went up there into Crenshaw. In an hour and 36 minutes, we stopped the great Bama dog with James Crenshaw handling and conditioning. And That was something else right there. That blew some people's minds. Yeah, that blew some people's minds, man. Then after that, man, we brought John Wayne home and put him up and treated him like a champion should be treated and took good care of him and had him in our kennel. And I was going through a divorce and he was a little bit nippy. He would try to bite you. You know, he'd get so excited that he'd try to bite you when he was on the chain. He wasn't trying to bite you out of meanness, it was just more out of excitement. And he tried to bite my kid, and my kid told his mom about it. And she basically told me to get rid of the dog or I couldn't have visitation more. And I couldn't breed him, and I didn't want to sell him. And so we just put him down. And that's what happened to John Wayne. Champion John Wayne, the Duke, the Duke, the Duke, the Duke, the Duke. And he's basically reed breeding with some Bolio and Tonka with a little bit of Anderson Spade in there. He was a hell of a dog. He was a hell of a dog, and he was bred by John the dog. But that's the story of John Wayne. Now it's a lot more detail. It's a lot more detail than that. And you can, man, I can't send messages on this thing. Let me try to boot it up over here. Man, I can't send messages on this thing. No, I never saw Maverick Sire. Reddick's Herman. No, I never saw Maverick Sire. Yeah, yeah. I'll give you a call after the show, Dickie. I'll give you a call after the show. But yeah, that's the story of old John Wayne, man. He's a hell of a dog. The Duke, the Duke. Boudreaux's Huey. Now, boy, that's a good Zebo bred Maverick dog. No, I never got to see him. But now, you know what? Now, I might have seen him back in the 90s at Floyd's house. Hemi, what's going on, Hemi? What's happening? Garland, what's going on? Vulgar display of power, how you doing? But you know, John Wayne, he was the perfect example of a dog that was just a good dog. He wasn't a dog. He wasn't the baddest dog in the world. He didn't have a killer mouth. He wasn't the smartest dog in the world. He wasn't the gamest dog in the world. Um, about 3 weeks before this match, he got off the chain, killed two dogs at my house, and then went and got back in his doghouse. In a yard full of dogs, he got off the chain, killed two dogs, and then went and got back in his doghouse 3 weeks before the match. Sure did. So he wasn't the gamest dog in the world, wasn't the roughest dog in the world. So what do we learn from that? You know, if he sat around back in them days, I learned from not just from him, but from other great dogs. I had a dog named Storm. There was another dog like like John Wayne. That he wasn't the greatest dog in the world, but he whooped some of the greatest dogs in the world. You know, when the Bama dog uh, won his second one, Ozzie Stevens called him a pit monster. He said he was as good a dog as any dog he'd ever seen. We stopped him in an hour and 35 minutes with just a good, solid dog. I don't know why it's going offline. I'm all green on this end. What I'm talking about is just good dogs. Is that you didn't need a killer to beat a killer back in the day. A dog, most killers were only good at one thing. Oh, then he done got the coronavirus. Oh, no. Him, he done got the corona rona. Do you got bad symptoms, Hemi? How you feeling, buddy? Right here, another good dog. Um, I won two with this dog. I would have won three if Bobby Hall hadn't have forfeited. Uh, he uh, he was like half Stomper and half Jeep, and with a little bit of honey bunch in there. He had like a quarter honey bunch in him. So he was like, I don't know. I guess you could. Let me see if I can find his pedigree. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can find his pedigree. That's how he's bred right there. That's how that dog's bred. That's his sister's pedigree right there. Now, you want me to tell you the story about that dog? Another good dog,
That's
man.
how
Another
that dog's
dog not a
bred.
lot of people ever heard of. But when I tell you the story about him, you've heard all about
That's
his
his.
competition. You've heard all about the people he went into.
Now, you want me to tell you the story about that dog?
It's a who's who. It's a smorgasbord of history. It's a buffet of knowledge. All about the people. The Storm Dog, that's his name. That dog right there was a 46-pound match dog. Look how tall he is. That's a
Buffet of
6 foot
knowledge.
man holding him. That's a 6 foot man holding that dog. And look how tall that dog is. 46 pounds. And he's in condition right there. He was ready to be matched. He should have been matched the day before these pictures
That's
were
a
taken.
6 foot man holding
This
that
is the
dog.
day after he made weight and collected a forfeit.
And he's in condition right there. He was ready to be matched. He
Should have been matched the day before these pictures.
That's
So
a 6 foot
anyhow,
man holding that.
his father, the dog Hugo, if you look at the pedigree that I put up, the father of the dog's name was Hugo.
Should have been matched
Now Hugo,
40 pictures. That's
so
a 6 foot
anyhow,
man
cross-eyed. I mean, he
holding
was a
that.
real cross-eyed dog. Like he was cross-eyed. Like when you looked at him, he was looking at his own nose.
Dog's name was Hugo.
He couldn't look straight at you. Cross-eyed. Like when you looked at him, Let me close some windows down.
Dog's name, dog's name was
See if that helps a little bit. I got everything set as low as it'll go. Oh man. Well, maybe we better save Storm for another day. Man, Turkey Cotton Mountain Connection ain't no good. It's tough out here. It's tough out here on the mountain, man. How about now? I closed every single window. I got all my stuff shut down. I even turned my phone off. It's hard to be a pimp, man. Pimping ain't easy. All right, let's try that. Shit, I don't know, man. I don't pay no attention to that stuff, Dickie. It's too far back. Oh, I've still got my original Bulldogs, Garland. Donald represents my stomper dog to a T, man. I mean, you look at Donald and you look at Stomper, and they look like twins, man. So anyhow, let's try it again. So what I was talking about was good dogs. See, back in the 80s and 90s when I was around, there was a lot of action. There was a lot going on. You pick up one of them old sporting dog journals or the Game Dog Times or the Game Dog Digest or any of those there. Who was the biggest cheater back in the day? I, there were dirty handlers. There were people like here. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example in this story. Let's listen to this story. So anyhow, I get this dog. I bred him. I'll even back up further. So I had this bitch named Margaret, and boy, she was a good one. Look at that pedigree again. Look at that. Look at that pedigree again. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't do it that way. I did it like this. Let's see here.
Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Let me start over with Storm. Hey, twins, man. Yeah, let's see. So
Here.
twins, check out this check out this pedigree. All
All
right.
right.
So we got that pedigree. Salute twins. What's going on, man? What's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. All right. So now take a look at that pedigree. I want you to click on that pedigree and look at the dog Margaret. Click on Margaret. And see that Margaret dog, she's out of Slag and Bonnie. She's out of Slag and Bonnie, right? And that Slag dog, that was a brother to Stonewall. That was a brother to Stonewall. And I bred him to my Bonnie bitch, who was right out of Stomper bred to his mother. So basically you breeding the Stomper. So I bred Stomper's daughter to his mother, to a male out of Otis and out of Snake and Missy. And that produced Hurricane Hugo. I mean, that produced Margaret. That produced Margaret. Then I took Margaret and bred her back to Stomper, back to her grandfather. What's up, twins? You see how that's bred? So that stuff was really tight, man. I mean, if you look at it, it's like 3/4 my stuff and a quarter honey buns. And that produced that little Hurricane Hugo dog. Now that Hurricane Hugo dog, man, game dog, but he was cross-eyed. I mean, he was just as cross-eyed as you could get, man, and he couldn't see straight. And when he'd scratch to the dog, but the dog wasn't the dog. Like if you look at something cross-eyed, take your eyes and cross them. You see two or three things. And he'd scratch into the wall and he'd scratch into the other corner and he'd scratch into all kinds of shit. But he was game now. He never quit. He was matched one time, went into Durant, and his owner, Budweiser Kennels, matched him into Durant, and they had to pick him up in 25 minutes. Yeah. So anyhow, he takes him home and he breeds him to that dot bitch. They bred him to that dot bitch. Again, look at the pedigree I put up. They bred him to that dot bitch and produced a litter of dogs. That Dixie dog being one of them, and this dog here, Storm, being one of them. D-Lo, what's going on, D-Lo? So anyhow, he's got this dog, and he gives the dog to none other than Jeff Denny, the owner of Grand Champion Bow. The guy that he was one of these people that every dog he got turned out great. So anyhow, Jeff owns the dog and raises him up, and they had rolled him a couple times, and I'd heard about him. And all I'd heard about was that he was just a good dog that liked to work and he was real excitable and strong and tall and just the kind of dog I like. And so I asked Jeff if I could borrow the dog, and he said I could. And so I got the dog and I took him and I opened him up to match at 46 pounds. No, no, this is this is before Taz, man. This is like, this is before Taz. So anyhow, I opened him up to match at 46 pounds, and Durant's got a champion. He's got a champion that was out of Chinaman. No, man, I got to go back. He was either out. He wasn't out of Chinaman. He was out of some big dog. Anyhow, he was out of that flame bitch of his and something else, and he was a champion. And the dog's name was Snooty. That's what he named him. But he was a red boy dog. He was like red boy paladin dog. And this was 1994 is when this was. This was 1994. So we're talking almost 30 years ago. So the uh, uh, but anyhow, the match was set up it was a single match, and it was a big crowd there, big crowd, and man, we let them rascals go, and I mean, for the first hour, it was a slugfest. I mean, it was back and forth, back and forth. You couldn't tell who was going to win. And about the hour mark, oh, Storm started pulling out front, and by nothing fancy, I think it was sheerly by the work. This dog would work himself to death. You could, if you didn't know what you were doing, you could easily overcondition him. He was the kind of dog that would work himself into the ground, and you really had to um, show restraint when conditioning him, and common sense in how much time you put in with him, especially doing speed work. So it goes an hour and like 45 minutes. And we ended up stopping Durant's dog. We stopped him just under 2 hours. And it was a classic battle. Classic battle, lots of scratches. I think the first turn was actually called on me. Um, I can't remember because like I said, Bo was no. I mean, Storm was no ace. Storm was no ace. He's just a good, solid dog, man. He might have made a turn or two. You know, I don't know. We wasn't trying to we wasn't trying to change the world. All we was out there trying to do was win. So anyhow, man, it's still buffering. You still got the buffering. I was hoping I'd got that buffering under control. Well, anyhow, so then I bring him out for his second time. I'll put him up again, and David and he's got a dog called Champion Rambo, and we match into each other, and he sets up the show, and it was in the living room of a house. Man, they had a big old fireplace going, and they had a sunken living room. It was in this like house from like looked like something from the '60s, and they had a sunken living room, and then in the sunken living room they put down plastic, and then carpet over that, and then the pit on top of that, and then all the people could stand around like where the floor was raised above it, and it was pretty wild. So anyhow, we get there at the show, and it's males at 46 pounds, and both dogs make weight, both dogs look good, and we cut them rascals loose, and I guess for about the first hour, everything went pretty smooth. Everything went pretty smooth, and then Tant tried to block me a couple times. You know, we'd got a turn called on our dog early, and Tant tried to block me from making a handle a couple times because we were on top at the hour mark, and then he made a bad handle in hold, trying to put his dog back on his feet at the hour and 20 mark. And so then around an hour and 40, we make a handle, and it's his turn to go. And when he lets his dog go, his dog looks to his dog's left. The referee is standing in that neutral corner, and he looks to his left. So he lets him go. They keep going at it. I make a handle. My boy goes like a rocket. Another handle's made. When we go to the corner, when we face the dogs this time, I waited and I threw my sponge to that corner to the referee. And you know what the dog did when they let him go? He scratched to the referee. He scratched where he saw that sponge move. He scratched straight to the damn sponge. He scratched right over there to him. Oh, Cajun trick. You know, block me, motherfucker. So we whoop that champion Rambo dog in an hour and 56 minutes. He took the count. That was Storm's number 2 fight. Yeah. So can y'all hear me? Y'all hearing the story? Hemi, can you hear me, buddy? Are you getting the story? What do you mean what took so long? Hour and 54 minutes, man, would be the 4-time winner, bro. A real 4-time winner. Yeah. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, be the real 4-time winner. Handled by one of the dirtiest, cheatingest, lyingest, sorriest fucking dog man I ever met, David Tant. Uh, but anyhow, I whooped 10 every time I went into them. Happy birthday, Jackson Jr. What do you say, Paris? Big shout out to Paris Jackson. Banjo Dogs, what's up? Rack City, Rack City, Rack City, Rack City. So anyhow, now we got us a two-time winner, man, and a good one too, boy. We're looking for that championship, and ain't nobody wanting on a storm. We tried to hook him at 46 pounds. He done took out two champions. His first two times out. He done beat Durant Cottingham's champion Snooty, and he done beat Tant's champion Rambo. And we're looking for another champion. We're gonna make him a champion of champions. And man, did we get him hooked up into the right dog. I got a hold of Arnaldo Cardenas, and we hooked into champion Cardenas's champion Shorty. Bobby Hall was a stakeholder, and we were matching at Bart Schneider, Black River Kennels down there in Louisiana. That was the meeting spot. Late 1995. Peanut, what's up? What's up? We arrive at the show. Everything's ready to go. We make weight. We're supposed to be there at 7 o'clock. We get there at 7:15. We're 1,100 miles from home. Nobody picked us up at the hotel. They were supposed to send somebody to the hotel to pick us up. Nobody comes to the hotel to pick us up. We had to find the place by ourselves the day of the show. Had to rush out there, find the place, get our dog out. We weighed in at 7:15. We were 15 minutes late weighing in. They tried to collect the forfeit. I said, man, that's bullshit. That ain't happening, Captain. Put your dog on the scale. They put their dog on the scale. He was 45 and a half and looked like shit. Why wait, Kennels? What's up? What's up? Anyhow, needless to say, after a little bit of drama, I collected the forfeit. Uh, we got the forfeit, and Storm was sold after that to Mr. Frankie Hugh in Malaysia. He bought him, and that's the same guy that bought Huckleberry's brother Clayton. That's the same guy that bought Grand Champion Bo. That's the same guy that bought Popeye, who was the brother to Muffler that I had from Floyd. Um, he was uh, Uh, it's a good dude, man. Good dude. But he ended up going to Malaysia where he ended up and he won his championship over there. Mike Dan, what's going on, Mike Dan the man? What's happening, my brother? What's going on, man? Yeah, man. I'm just getting off work. So I still got my coat on, man. It's cold in here. I hadn't even turned the heat on. Hillbilly Psycho, what's going on, man? What's going on? But my point is there's two dogs right there, man, from back in the '90s that were real important to me. That y'all don't know anything about them two dogs. I got another one. The old bitch named Bree. I don't know how to bring her pedigree up. Let's see here. Let's see. There you go. It doesn't have a picture of her. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, I got another one, man. Let me show you another one here. Check this one out. Peanut, what's going on, man? Check out the build on that one. You talk about some legs now. As you can see, I like all my dogs built the same way, man. That's the Bree bitch. Let's see here. Let me put this. It's a little slow, a little slow. I just want to put this pedigree up. It's a little slow, a little slow. I just want to put this pedigree up. It's a little There's her pedigree right slow, there. A little slow. I just want to. Oh, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. So anyhow, you check out that pedigree right there that I just put up. Mike Lee, what's up, man? What's up? Now this bitch right here, she won two. Her first time out, she beat a four-time winner. Her first time out, she went into the Color Brothers champion Goop, who was a four-time winner out of Buck, and Sassy, who was grand champion Yella's sister. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tom Collier, what's going on, brother? What's going on? Mike Dan the man hitting the super chat. You and Dickie and Reese Smith, y'all are damn being sweet to the old man tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. God bless y'all, man. God bless y'all. Thank you to all the supporters of the channel, all the subscribers of the channel, all the people that hit that bell, all the people that hit that like button. God bless all y'all, man. I appreciate all the support to Fat TV. It is definitely appreciated. Oh man, she's a hell of a bitch, man. Hell of a bitch. So so when she went into them boys, I handled the conditioner. Um uh she went at 48 pounds. 48-pound female. Want you another AR pistol tonight. I heard that, man. Why you say sorry? Oh yeah, she's a good bred bitch. But you know, we making breedings like that now. We making breedings like that now, man. Yeah, hey, twin, check this out. That's 2023, and that's 1994. Check this out, man. This is 2023. Well, actually, 2021 they were born. 2023. Well, actually, 2020. Oh yeah. Well, well, there you go. There you go. And it, you know, and I reckon, when it comes to having all that color in your pedigree and stuff, if you notice this pedigree that I just put up, it has no color in it. The whole pedigree is black. And you know why? And because I ain't done shit in the last 20 years. So that's what my pedigree look like. Pedigree that I just put up, it has no color in it. I mean, I'm an honest breeder. I don't be making up a bunch of shit. Yeah, it's a little goofy on the bottom down there, breeder. I don't be. Yeah, there's a little mistake down there on the bottom. Yeah, it's a little goofy on the bottom down there. It's not exactly how the dog is breeder, bred, but it's close. Georgia Bulldog, Georgia Bulldog. What's up, Georgia Bulldog? Oh yeah, man. I kept that shit tight, man. Kept that shit tight. I got it right. I got that shit right.
Mike Dan, who you think that is? Mike Dan, who you think that is right there? Looks like Rose, doesn't it? Well, you know who it is? That's Black Rose. That's Black Rose. That's Stomper's mother. That's an old picture. Kelly, what's up, Kelly? Kelly, what you doing, man? Bong hit. Bong hit. Let's do a bong hit, Kelly. Yeah, that spider bitch, man. She's on the dark web now. Oh yeah, that spider bitch is something else, man. Yeah, spider bitch. Rose looks a little. This picture here looks a lot like that spider bitch. But I'm here to tell you, Spider's living the life. She sleeps in the bed with an American bulldog every night. She had a litter of puppies this year. The puppies, I think they're probably 7, 8 months old now. My buddy loves them. And Spider's just living the life, man. She's just laid up. Yeah, I did see Spider bite him. I sure did. Yeah, I've seen Spider bite him. I've seen Homer. Yeah, man, I've seen Homer before Lester sold him to Ricky Jones. I've seen Homer when he was still at Lester's. Oh yeah, man, that Tito dog, man. Tito looking good, man. Tito looking good. Oh, I think she was a great bitch, man. Uh, she was a great producer. Um, uh, I like them old rascal dogs, man. Spider Bite was a classic rascal dog. She had that rascal body. She has a good heavy bone dog. She's a good mama dog. She was reported to be a game dog. I like that bitch, man. Did you see her? Let's see here. Hey, Mike Dan, what about that one, man? What about that one, Mike Dan? That's Little Evil by So Evil and Rosita. Rosita was Mr. Rabbit's sister by Two Eyes and Boudreaux Shine. So that's a Boudreaux Bolero cross right there. He's bred like JD. He kind of looks like JD, don't he? Peanut, what's up, Peanut? Thank you. God bless you, Peanut. Yep. His father was So Evil, and his mother was Rosita. Rosita was by Two Eyes and Boudreaux Shine, right? Boudreaux Shine was a littermate. Well, she was out of Maverick and Patsy Cline. And then and I bred that bitch out of Maverick and Patsy Cline to Two Eyes. And we got uh champion Mr. Rabbit and the Rosita bitch. And then I bred Rosita to So Evil. And So Evil was out of Wicked and Boudreaux's Big Mama. And Big Mama was out of Mo, bred to Maverick's mother, Lisa. I don't know why all my transmission lights are green. Like everything on my studio stuff here goes green, green, green. Like there shouldn't be an issue on my transmission, and I've got all Wi-Fi products shut down. You know, I've got no red lights on the board at all. Oh yeah, man. Well, check him out. So his daddy, his daddy is 7/8 Maverick and 8th Bolero, and his mama is 50/50. A beautiful dog. Bolero. Mm, got me hungry, Croc. Mm-mm. Let's see here. What else I got? Well, yeah, that's about all I got. I think it'd take me 2 hours to go through those pictures. Getting down to 7 out there today. Oh, I know what I can put up. Well, there we go. Well, tell you something interesting, man. I had somebody the other day, he contacted me with a bandit bred female, wanted to breed to Donald. Bandit bred female. She was bred down out of uh, Renegade and had that damn that dog everybody don't like. Beeline's cowboy was in it. He told me he wanted to breed to Donald because he was trying to get into that some of my bandit blood.
I sat there and I thought to myself, we never bred two lions ever to a banded female. Never bred them to a Jeep female or an Oso Negro female. As far as like my stuff, now I did study to some bitches bred like that, but they weren't mine. But my bloodline ain't no bandit dogs. We used him. This is like saying my dogs are Chinaman dogs because I bred the Chinaman in Frisco. Or if my dogs are Maverick dogs because I bred the Maverick and use a Maverick stud dog. My dogs aren't Maverick dogs. My dogs aren't Chinaman dogs. My dogs aren't bandit dogs. The dogs aren't Pedro dogs. Snake Man. And get you some pudding. I got the pudding for you. Then get you some jelly. But anyhow, I just want to come on up here, breed your dog. He said, tell me how many puppies you want. I said, I don't want no puppies off that bitch. He goes, well, what's the deal? I said, $750. That's what I charge to breed to the dog. $750. You want to breed to him at $750 cash. So, come on up. I ain't heard a word said. How many puppies do I want? That's what I want is some bandit dog. How many puppies y'all want? Yeah, man. So else going on with y'all, man? That's about all I got. I've been out all that, but I don't think it'd take me 2 hours, maybe hour and a half, but like not more like an hour and a half. But we ain't got nothing else planned out. Uh, I'll stream offline. Hmm, there it is. All right. Well, man, is it any better? Well, still sound like Bill Cosby going, or is that any better? I need better hook up. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Christmas, Merry Christmas. Christmas still. Yeah, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. I can't believe it, another year, man. Another year there. It's huffing. It's huffing. Yeah, I got a new microphone. Well, it ain't new, but I just plugged it in. So, I have a little better control of the sound situation. The microphone plugged in there. Shut it out. There we go. Yes, it's right there behind the camera. It's in perfect position. Yay, game on phones. Mero, 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 Mero. Hello. Is your boy throwing 2 touchdowns? How many touchdowns is Brody get thrown, man? How many touchdowns did Brody throw a touchdown tonight?